And here we go, y'all. This baby will not go to sleep. A lot of people hit me up like, King, I know you tired. You ain't getting no sleep. And the truth be told, before this I ain't been getting no sleep. You know what I'm saying? I just been outside working, lifestyle. Lifestyle just lifing. You know what I'm saying?
The tension between King Harris and his father, T.I., has always been a topic of conversation among fans. From the moment King was born into a life of fame, fortune, and expectation, everyone watched to see how he would navigate the pressures of being the son of one of the most iconic figures in the music industry. But what happened recently completely shifted the dynamics of the Harris family in ways no one could have predicted. It all started when King Harris was publicly humiliated in a way that shook not just his personal world, but his entire family. The revelation was as shocking as it was devastating. King was not the father of his baby mama's child. In the blink of an eye, everything King thought he knew about his own life, his public image, and even his relationship with his father was turned upside down. The fallout from this scandal rippled through the family, affecting every relationship and even altering the course of King's career. It was an unexpected twist, one that had been brewing in the shadows for some time. No one could have foreseen just how this revelation would impact King and his family, especially his relationship with T.I. The question on everyone's mind was simple yet complex. How would King react to this betrayal? And how far would T.I. go to express his anger and disappointment? It didn't take long for the truth about King's fatherhood to come out into the open. The story broke when King's baby mama, whose identity quickly became a topic of speculation, decided to reveal the truth through a DNA test. The test results were clear. King was not the father. The news spread like wildfire, hitting tabloids, social media, and news outlets almost instantly. Some people were shocked, others felt vindicated, but everyone had an opinion. What many didn't know at the time was that King was completely blindsided by this revelation. Whether he had doubts about his own paternity or not, he was clearly caught off guard when the truth came to light in such a public manner. The effect on King was immediate. His reputation, already subject to the scrutiny that comes with being the son of T.I., was instantly tarnished. The public perception of King shifted from that of a young, confident heir to someone who was now embroiled in an embarrassing scandal. But the real shock came when T.I. reacted to the news. T.I., known for being a strict and sometimes controversial figure, wasted no time in making his feelings known. As a father, he had always been tough on King, trying to guide him toward success and discipline. But this was different. This time, T.I. didn't just express disappointment privately, he chose to humiliate King in front of the world. He went public, speaking out about King's mistake and how it reflected poorly on him as a father. The details of his public reaction were harsh. T.I. made it clear that he felt betrayed by King, and he didn't hold back in his criticism. T.I.'s decision to take this conflict into the public sphere shocked everyone, but none more than King himself. For a young man whose life had been played out in front of cameras from an early age, the humiliation was immense. It wasn't just the media attention or the ridicule that came with the scandal. It was the fact that his own father had taken the situation to such a public level. T's words cut deep, and the emotional toll it took on King was visible. King's world had come crashing down in the worst way possible. He was hurt, embarrassed, and angry. But how did King respond? Did he fight back or take responsibility for the situation? In the beginning, King seemed to take the high road, staying silent and trying to gather his thoughts. But as the media attention grew and T.I.'s words continued to echo in the public sphere, King began to speak out. He vented his frustration on social media, using platforms like Instagram and Twitter to express his pain and confusion. His words were raw, emotional, and at times desperate. King admitted to feeling abandoned by his father and questioned the fairness of T.I.'s public reaction. This was a moment of vulnerability for King, and many fans took notice. Some supported him, feeling that T.I.'s actions were too harsh and that King deserved privacy in this deeply personal moment. Others, however, believed that T.I.'s tough love was necessary, that King needed to face the consequences of his actions, and this public exposure was the way to teach him a lesson. It became a divide among fans, each side passionately defending their stance. As the scandal continued to unfold, it wasn't just King and T.I. who were caught in the middle. The rest of the Harris family found themselves dealing with the aftermath in their own ways. Tiny, King's mother, was put in the difficult position of choosing between supporting her son and standing by her husband. Tiny had always been a calming influence on the family, But this situation tested her loyalty and her role as a mother. Was she going to side with King, who was clearly struggling and hurt, or was she going to back T.I., who believed he was doing what was best for his son? King's siblings, too, had to navigate this complex family dynamic. Some of them publicly showed support for King, while others remained silent, unsure of how to handle the fallout. The family, once united in their public persona, was now fractured. The pressure was immense, and the world was watching as each family member made decisions that would shape the future of their relationships. The ripple effect of this scandal wasn't limited to just the Harris family. It spread through the public, too. Fans of King and T.I. were divided, with many taking to social media to voice their opinions. Some fans were quick to defend King, arguing that he had been wronged by both his baby mama and T.I., while others sided with T.I., feeling that his actions were justified. The controversy became a topic of endless speculation. Could King recover from the scandal, or was his public image too damaged to repair? Would he be able to continue his career in music and social media, or had the scandal sealed his fate? For King Harris, the road ahead seemed fraught with uncertainty. Once a promising young artist carving out his niche in the music industry, he now faced the grim reality that his budding career might be overshadowed by the scandal that had rocked his public image. Momentum, once on his side, appeared to stall as the controversy cast a shadow over his prospects. Deals with collaborators and sponsors, which once seemed like sure opportunities, now hung in the balance. The question on everyone's mind was simple but daunting. Could King continue pursuing his dreams, or would the stigma of this scandal cling to him for years, making it nearly impossible to regain his footing? The media was relentless, monitoring his every move. Every decision he made, whether professional or personal, would now be scrutinized under the harsh glare of public opinion. In an age where narratives are shaped at lightning speed and social media wields enormous influence, King found himself in an uphill battle to reclaim his reputation. His public image, which he had worked so hard to cultivate, now wore the marks of betrayal, tension, and controversy. Whatever direction he chose, one thing was clear: this scandal was a defining moment that would likely follow him throughout his career. Amid all the public chaos, the deeper, more personal question loomed. What about his relationship with his father, T.I.? The father-son bond, once viewed as unbreakable, now appeared precarious. Could they reconcile after such a public and painful fallout, or was this the final chapter in their relationship? T.I.'s decision to humiliate King had shocked many, with fans speculating that this moment could drive an irreparable wedge between them. While T.I. had been known for his tough love approach in the past, this felt like uncharted territory. For King, the hurt and betrayal seemed palpable. Was there still room for forgiveness, or had the damage been done? Family dynamics are never simple, but this situation was particularly fraught. For years, the Harris family had projected an image of unity and support, but this incident had clearly shaken that foundation. Tiny, King's mother, had always been a stabilizing force within the family, but even her efforts couldn't mend the growing divide between father and son. The scandal raised questions not just about their immediate bond, but also about the broader implications for the family as a whole. Could the Harrises emerge from this stronger, or would the tension splinter them in ways that could never be repaired? Beyond the immediate family, King's future relationships also came into question. The scandal had implications for how he would navigate trust and connection moving forward. His relationship with his baby mama, already complicated by public scrutiny, now faced even more pressure. Would she choose to stand by him through this tumultuous time, or would the weight of the controversy push them apart? And what of his ability to form new, meaningful relationships in the future? Trust, once broken, is difficult to rebuild, and the public nature of this scandal only made that process harder. King now had to contend with the reality that his personal life would likely always be intertwined with his public image. At the same time, fans were divided in their opinions about T.I.'s actions. While some believed that T.I. had crossed a line by publicly humiliating King, others argued that he was simply teaching his son a valuable life lesson. Tough love, they called it, framing his decision as one rooted in concern for King's future. But even among those who supported T.I., there was a sense that this approach may have gone too far. Could there have been a better way to handle the situation, one that didn't risk damaging their bond? The public's opinions reflected the broader generational and cultural divide about how parents should discipline their children, especially when fame and public scrutiny are part of the equation. As the story unfolded, the stakes grew higher for everyone involved. For T.I., his legacy as a father and a role model was under scrutiny. Many had admired him for the way he seemed to balance his career and family life, but this incident had cast doubt on that perception. For King, the stakes were equally high. Could he rise above the scandal, prove his critics wrong, and rebuild his career? Or would the fallout mark the beginning of an ongoing struggle to regain trust and credibility? In the end, this wasn't just a story about a scandal. It was a story about family, identity, and redemption. It was about a father trying to guide his son in an unforgiving world, and his son trying to find his own path while navigating the expectations placed upon him. The road ahead would not be easy for either of them. For King, the challenge would be reclaiming his narrative and proving that he could learn and grow from his mistakes. For T.I., it would mean finding a way to repair the fractured bond with his son while reflecting on the impact of his own decisions. As the dust settles, only time will tell what the future holds for King Harris and his family. Will King recover from the scandal and rebuild his career, or will this moment become a permanent blemish on his record? Can the rift between father and son ever truly heal, or is the damage too deep? One thing is certain, this controversy has left an indelible mark on their lives, and the journey to resolution will be long and complex. We want to hear your thoughts. Do you think T.I. was right to humiliate King publicly, or should he have handled the situation differently? How do you think this will affect King's career and his relationships in the future? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this ongoing family drama.